Question 18 from Prep Test 46 is another conditional question, and it says if P serves on every subcommittee on which F serves and every subcommittee on which G serves, then which one of the following could be true? So we want to have P every time we have an F. We also want to have P every time we have a G. So I want you to use your instincts and ask yourself, do you think that we can make this work in both frames? Are we likely to be working in one of the two frames? And if so, which one? So just take a second and pause and think about that for a second. Okay, now if you thought that it had to be the case that we were going to be working in the first frame or the second frame, that seems to make a lot of sense. I mean, here we've got a situation where P is going to be serving on every subcommittee. And so that's going to guarantee that the conditional information in the question stem is going to be true. But you may have said, well, maybe it would also work over here as well. Let's go ahead and see if we flush that out and see if we can make it work. If we make sure that there's a P every time there's an F and every time that there's a G, that only leaves two positions left. And unfortunately, that's H and I. And we know that H and I cannot be assigned to the same subcommittee. So if your instincts were that we're going to have to be using frame 2, that's fantastic. That's exactly where we're going to end up. And that might be enough information to answer the question right with that alone. This time, we're looking for a could-be-true question, or could-be-true answer choice. And answer choice A has M serving on every subcommittee on which F serves and every subcommittee on which G serves. So now we also have P serving on every subcommittee with F and G, and now they want M serving on every subcommittee with F and G. You know, based off of what happened off of the question stem, having M serve on every subcommittee with F and with G sounds a lot like we're going to be ending up here in the first frame, which we knew can't work. So I'm going to skip A. I think that that's going to force M into all three subcommittees, and we don't want that. If we look at answer choice B, by symmetry, it's very, very similar to answer choice A. Having M serve on every subcommittee with H and every subcommittee with I sounds a lot like we're going to have M serving on all three subcommittees. And again, we don't want that. That would force us into frame 1 when, for this question, we know we're using frame 2. Answer choice C is a little bit different. This one has H serving on every subcommittee with F and H serving on every subcommittee with G. Now, if H is going to be going twice in this frame over here, I think that might be difficult to test out. I could run out a hypothetical and show that it could be true or verify that it can't be true. But it seems a little bit more difficult to test than, say, A and B did. And if we skip C and just look at D, this says that F serves on every subcommittee with P. Well, there's no way we can have F serving on every subcommittee with P because then F would need to go all 3 times. And we're only going to have one of the members go all 3 times. Answer choice E suffers from the same problem that answer choice D does. There's no way we could have H serving on every subcommittee with P, because then H would have to go all 3 times. And we know that we can only have one of them going 3 times. Let's go ahead and eliminate answer choice E. On the test, this may be enough for us to go ahead and select answer choice C. But again, if you're not feeling comfortable and confident with the game, go ahead and just plug it in to make sure that it could be true. If H serves on every subcommittee with F and with every subcommittee with G, here we've got H going twice, F going once, G going once. We still have 2 members left to place, I and M. And if we place them here into the 3rd subcommittee, we won't be breaking any rules. We just confirmed that answer choice C could be true.